So do you also want to send order confirmation emails to all your customers as soon as they place the order? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to send order confirmation emails after WooCommerce purchase using Gmail. So over here I'm running a skincare brand and we sell our products online using WooCommerce. So now what I want is that as soon as a new order is placed on WooCommerce, automatically my customer should be sent a confirmation mail. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between WooCommerce and Gmail, and we are going to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language using an amazing automation software which is Pabbly Connect. So if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own business, then for that you have to come with me towards my screen.
Welcome to my screen everyone. In this video I'll show you how to automatically send order confirmation emails using Gmail whenever a customer makes a purchase on WooCommerce. So instead of relying on default setup, this gives you more controlled and customized branded confirmation messages directly on your Gmail account. It's a great way to enhance the customer experience, ensure deliverability, and keep your communication consistent. So let's walk through these steps right over here. Alright, so to start with this, I've simply created this amazing automation, and first I'm just going to show you the proper working of this automation. So as you can see, they've simply entered all of these details, and I'm just going to place an order and purchase a product. So I'm just going to simply click on this place order, and as you can see, thank you, your order has been received. Over here you can see that I have ordered a natural glow face toner. Right over here, over here you're going to see the subtotal, the shipping, and the rest of the details. Over here you're going to see the billing and the shipping details too. Also you're going to see over here is my order number. So alright, I'm just going to open my Gmail. I'm just going to go back and refresh it right from here, and over here you're going to see that we have successfully received the email. It is saying, hi testing user, thank you for your recent purchase from us. You're going to see that this is the same order ID. You're going to see the same product, the quantity, the total amount, and the payment method. Also you're going to see the shipping details, and it is saying you can track or complete your order over here. So yes, you're going to see a mail something like this will be sent towards my customer whenever they purchase from my WooCommerce store. So yes, this is no magic. This is the power of automation which we're going to create in today's video. And if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own e-commerce store, then for that you have to watch this tutorial till the end. So to do this, I'm just going to open a new tab, and I'm just going to look for the landing page of Pabbly Connect simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. And now it is opening the landing page of Pabbly Connect, and using this Pabbly Connect only, we're going to create a connection between WooCommerce and Gmail. But before we move on forward, I'll just show you something really helpful. This right over here is Pabbly Community, where automation users, business owners, and marketers connect. You can ask questions, share your workflows, and get instant replies and helpful feedback from others who have faced these similar challenges like you. It's an active and supportive space to learn and grow together. So the link to join this amazing community is in the description box below. You can check it out. Alright, so I'm just going to move on forward and create this amazing automation. For that, over here you're going to see that we're going to get two options. One is sign in, and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on this sign up for free, and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But over here I am an existing user, so I'm simply going to click on this button which says sign in, and once I'm just going to click on this sign in, it is opening the most important window of our automation. It is opening all Pabbly apps. Alright, so we're going to see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm simply going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connect account. And now it is opening the dashboard of my Pabbly Connect account, and to get started I'm simply going to click on this button which says create workflow, and now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here on my dashboard you can see multiple folders which I have already created, in which I save my workflows. So if you also want to create a new folder, you can simply go towards this create new folder button and create your own. I have already created many, so I'm just going to save my workflow in one of these only, which is automations. And now I'm just going to name my workflow as this: send order confirmation emails after WooCommerce purchase using Gmail. And then I'm just going to simply click on this button which says create. And once I'm just going to click on this create, it is going to open the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and actions are the two main principles principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens, and action means do this. So by this, you can understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by a trigger, and that's the particular reason that we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of a trigger in a particular workflow. And to get started, I'm simply going to select my trigger application as WooCommerce. So I'm just going to search for WooCommerce right over here, and as you can see the same, so I'm simply going to select it. Now I'm just going to select the trigger event as new order created, and now over here it is giving me a webhook URL. So we're just going to use this same webhook URL in order to create a connection between WooCommerce and my Pabbly Connect's workflow. So I'm just going to first copy this webhook URL, then I'm just going to open my WordPress account. So WooCommerce is a plugin of WordPress only, so I'm just going to go towards the left side of the bar and open WooCommerce right from here. And after opening this WooCommerce, we have to go towards this settings of WooCommerce. So I'm just going to go towards this settings of WooCommerce. I'm just going to open this settings in a new tab right over here. And after opening this settings, we have to go towards this advanced option given right over here. And now from here, we have to go towards this webhooks option given right over here. And now we have to add a webhook. So I'm just going to click on this add webhook button. And now over here, it is asking me for the webhook name. So let's say I'm just going to keep it as sent email. Then I'm just going to move on forward. For the status, I'm just going to keep it as active. And now for the topic, I'm just going to select it as order created, because over here in the help text, let's clearly mention that select the status to active and choose the topic as order created. Alright, so I'm just going to follow the same. And now for the delivery URL, we are simply going to paste the URL which we copied from my workflow. And now it's asking me to enter the secret. So if you wish, you can definitely enter it, but this is not the required field. For the API version, I'm just going to select the latest API version and click on this save webhook. And once I'm just going to click on this save webhook, yes, you're going to see webhook updated successfully. So with this, we have successfully added the webhook URL right over here. And now with this, we have successfully received a response with the webhook ID. This means that we have successfully added our webhook URL. But I want to capture the response of the new order received so that I can send them a mail. So what I'm just going to do is I'm simply going to go towards this recapture webhook response and then yes. And now I'm just going to capture the response of the new order placed. For that, I'm just going to open the shop of my WooCommerce first right from here. And let's say someone wants to purchase this herbal face mask. So I'm just going to purchase this herbal face mask. I'm just going to go towards this add to cart right over here. And then I'm just going to go towards this proceed to checkout. And I'm just going to purchase this herbal mask. Let's say for the first name, I'm just going to keep it as demo right over here. Last name as user only. I'm just going to keep the details as same. Now I'm just going to move on further. For the phone number, I'm just going to keep it as this. And now for the email address, I'm just going to keep it as demo@pabblytudes.com. And now what I'm just going to do is I'm simply going to click on this place order. And once I'm just going to click on this place order, yes, you can see that we have successfully placed the order right over here. It is saying your order has been received. We're going to see the order number, email, and the rest of the details too. So now I'm just going to open my workflow and we're just going to wait till Pabbly is going to capture the response for the same details. This will be the payment method, the order number, and all the details. So I'm just going to wait for a few seconds. Then I'm just going to open my workflow. And as you can see that Pabbly has successfully captured the response for the same. Over here, going to see all the details, the first name, the last name, the country, company, city, and all the details. So yes, you're also going to see the order number and the rest of the details. Yes, you're going to see that all the details have been captured right over here as the response. And now using these details only, I'm just going to send a mail towards my customer. For that, I'm just going to select the action application as Gmail right over here. So I'm just going to search for Gmail and select it. And now over here for the action event, I'm just going to select it as send email v1 and click on this connect. So now if you haven't connected your Gmail account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can simply go towards this add a new connection and then connect with Gmail. And once you click on this connect with Gmail, Pabbly is going to ask you to select the Gmail account with the help of which you want to send the mails. And once you select the Gmail account, Pabbly is going to ask you for some permissions. So what you have to do is you simply have to give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because your data is secure with Pabbly. And once you give the permissions, your Gmail account will be connected with Pabbly Connect. I've already connected my Gmail account, so I'm simply going to go towards this, select existing connection, and then save right over here. And now it is asking me for the recipient email address. So yes, we have received the email address right over here, which is demo@pabblytudes.com. So I'm simply going to enter demo@pabblytudes.com right over here. But we are not going to enter it manually or by copy pasting it like this, but instead I'm just going to map it. So you must be wondering, what is mapping? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected WooCommerce as our trigger application. So we are simply going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only, and as soon as we're just going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So I'm simply going to map the email address right over here and move on further. It is saying CC and BCC, so both of these are not the required fields, so I'm just going to leave it as blank. It is saying sender's name. So as you can see, the sender's name should be the name of my company, right, which is Natural Glow Skincare. So I'm just going to simply enter the same sender's name right over here and move on further. It is asking me for the email subject, so I'm just going to send a subject something like this, which has the order number. All right, so I'm simply going to enter the subject right over here, but over here instead of this I'm just going to map the order number. So I'm just going to look for order number in the response of my previous step and map it. Now I'm just going to move on further. It is saying reply to, so no, this email is not a reply email. I'm just going to leave it as blank. It is saying email content type, so I'm just going to select it as HTML right over here, because I'm just going to send an email something like this, and this email can only be sent using HTML tags. So that's the reason that I've selected the content type as HTML. If you want to send a plain email, you can simply select the content type as plain right over here and enter the email content right over here, but I'm just going to use HTML. And to generate this HTML tags, I have used ChatGPT. So you can also use any another AI agent to generate the email body content in HTML format. So as you can see that this is the content, so I'm simply going to paste it, and one by one I'm just going to map all of these details right over here. So first I'm just going to map the name right over here. So I have kept the spaces blank for this dynamic details. All right, so I'm simply going to map it right over here. I'm just going to map the order number, then I'm just going to move on further. I'm just going to map the order status and the rest of the details right over here. And as you can see that we have successfully mapped all the details right over here. And after doing this, I'm just going to move on further. It is asking me for many another details like the file name and attachment. So no, my email doesn't have any file, so I'm just going to leave it as blank and click on this save and send test request. And once I'm just going to click on this save and send test request, yes, you can see that we have received the positive response that we have successfully sent this mail. So I'm just going to open my Gmail, go back over here. I'm just going to refresh to check for the new mail received. So I'm just going to refresh it right from here to check for the new mail received, and as you can see that we have successfully received a new mail. So I'm just going to open it, and it is saying hi demo user. You're going to see the order number and the rest of the details are exactly the same which I entered right over here. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and now what is going to happen is, like I showed you in the starting of this video, whenever a new order is created in my WooCommerce, automatically and mail will be sent towards my lead using this Gmail. So yes, automatically every new customer will receive an mail instantly as soon as they make the purchase. All of this is going to happen in backend. We don't have to come back and again to our workflow to click on save and send test request. So now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect. And while trying, if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. See you in the next video with many more automation tips, everyone. Thank you for watching.
So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can connect many more applications. So now if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this URL. And now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect.